He's in the desert in Saudi Arabia with a very nice prince who was very helpful. And morning, Nick. Today I'm mostly eating bacon. We're at Bisley and we're going to shoot some big weapons. How much fun can that be, hey? Boom! We'll all be walking with a limp and won't be able to hear anything for 3 days. And this, well, choke a donkey, innit?
Well, looking forward to it, mate. See you in a bit.
Well, here we are at Bisley. Very cold. Yeah, Bisley rhymes with drizzly. But it's not drizzly today, it's just a bit foggy. Now we're shooting 300 yards, which is that little tiny targets over there. But they also do 6 and 9 and God knows how many. And it just gets worse. Now there's a man over here making a lot of noise. Don't know what he's shooting. But you can feel it when it goes off. Kaboom! And it's all looking good. And then we're at 300 and then that lot over there at 600 and they're kind of shooting past us, which I suppose it could be quite easy to be shot. But after that great big bacon sandwich, well, would you care really? You're in that happy place, aren't you? That much bacon. But yeah, looking interesting, looking interesting. This is Max unwrapping his baby.
Just like Christmas.
Yes. It's like a rape scene, isn't it? Look at the enthusiasm as he gets it out. Now this is an SLR or something similar, and I have shot one of these in the desert in Saudi Arabia with a very nice prince who was very helpful, and surprisingly good weapon considering it didn't have telescopics and everything else. Surprisingly good weapon, and it'd be interesting to see what grouper we can get at 300 yards. Is it yards or meters?
Yards.
Good, bloody French bastards. Yes. Still Imperial, the wonderful Imperial.
L1A1 SLR also.
Business end down there. There's a little man with a stick apparently, and he puts your target down and he puts a little yellow spot on it to tell you where you hit. How exciting he's got, eh? He must be freezing his nads off. But he's on £500 a day. It's not a lot of money, but it's all he can afford. Because he likes being shot at. Lemon popsicle, could I have one?
Awesome.
Actually sticking them in his ears. You wouldn't want to suck it afterwards.
No, but top tip, you do suck it beforehand. Lube slides in better.
That's when you slap him on the back as he puts it in his mouth, see if you can get him to swallow it. He'd get it back later. Yeah, he'd get it back later. He'd fish about, poking about with a stick. Right, so here we go. He's loaded it up. Right. He's got his piece of yellow plastic in the breech so everyone knows.
You don't have binoculars as well, do you, Max?
I didn't bring him actually.
Oh, I could have bought some beauties. I could have showed off with my Russian gyro binoculars. How about that, eh? They've got a motor in them for helicopters. And you can waggle them around and it still looks, the image still stays there in the middle. Amazing. Well, the rest of Max's friends are arriving, and I suppose they'd be a dim view if I just picked up that rifle, put the magazine in and ran up there, blazing away from the hip at the different targets that belong to other people. I don't think that would be appreciated. They all seem to be very serious and very responsible. I'm surprised they've let me in, really. But I'm doing my best. Max is very keen, look, he's very keen. He's got that smile on his face, he's all excited, he's jumping around and flapping his fingers. Now, the important thing is he shoots first, and then I dumb down my performance not to beat him, because it would be bad form to beat a man with his own gun. So this is what I did in Saudi Arabia with the prince. I shot first, and he couldn't compete. It was so, I felt embarrassed. So what we've got to do now is basically observe and learn. You know, he's sitting there with his magazine stuck in that big bag of sand, and he's got the thumbs up. I won't really point down the other end there because you'll never see what he's shooting at. I think the most important thing is it's just nice and noisy, and you smell the powder. Max loads his own bullets, so be lucky if he hits our target, I suppose, really. It depends on how much powder you pour in. No, I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Did you fire, Max?
Yeah.
There'd be quite a kick on that weapon.
Nothing that I've seen, but
One thing about a good telescopic is you should be able to see where the, oh look, his target's going
And I
down,
never saw any
and
sand.
it's going down, see number 77, and then it'll come back up and there'll be a little yellow dot on it, on where the hole was. It's not like on the movies, like there's a great big hole a foot wide. Well, we're in the full swing of it now, and I've had 10 shots, and apparently I've got the only V something or other in today. That's a complete bullseye. So that's a bit of a bonus. Now, what happens is you take your shot, the target goes down, and then the target comes back up, and they put a little red bit where the hole went, and then they also put a square along the bottom, and depending on the colour of the square and where the square is on the bottom of the target tells you your score. And I'm getting the hang of it. And yeah, it's good fun. A big selection of guns. Some are black powder, some are antique ones really, and then there's other ones that are sort of Second World War and collectible. And I was playing on Max's SLR, which is very nice. And probably be my choice of weapon if I was going to get into this. And it'd be easy to get into it because it's good fun. I like the smell. This gentleman's just loading his rifle, and he uses his special little discs to pads to clean his barrel, and he fires a particularly big bullet out of a Whitworth barrel, and a Whitworth barrel is a hexagonal hole that's twisted. Instead of rifling, they made a hexagonal hole, and I used to have a rifle like this when I was a young child, and I also had a rifle like that as well. He got a nice big greasy bullet, and he plonks that in there. Do you put any wadding on top of the bullet?
No.
No, no wooding on top.
It's a very gentle positioning of the rod. That's all it needs.
Huh.
Anyway, it's good to see. Awesome rifle.
Well, the party's over, and lots of good shooting, and I've got a big fat lip. I might reverse to show you. Some blokes musket bit me, 50 caliber musket. But yes, all in all, lots of fun. I learned all about how the targets go up and down, and when they come back up, there's a big bit on the bottom that tells you how you shot. Clever, very clever. It sort of loosened me teeth a bit as well. Like coming out of the dentist. But all good fun. It's good fun. If it doesn't hurt, it's not fun.